Well, here we are, part two of what was originally just putting a fuel pump on it and thinking I could drop the tank without dropping the bed. But as you can tell, we have got all of the bed bolts out. So now the bed is ready to come off. So we'll see how easy that comes off. All right, update. So we've got all of the bolts drilled out in the bed. The bed's free, taillights are out, wiring harness pulled off the frame. It is, I can't really do this. It's ready to go. So we're gonna see what the one-man army can do. So here we go. Wow, that is heavy old metal. I got it stuck right there now on the bumpers, but I mean, it's far enough out that I can get the tank. I'd like to have it all the way up because I'd like to kind of be able to clean and maybe put some rust encapsulator on the frame while the bed's off. But that's good enough progress for the bed off currently. So next step, taking these lines off of the top of the sending unit. Well, just when you think it's going all right, you go to pull the leads off, and that one was stubborn and separated itself, and this one just pulled itself out of the connector without giving me a fair chance to even give it a shot. There we go. She is finally out of the truck. So we'll spend some time cleaning the tank up, cleaning the frame off, and we'll try and prop the bed up, stand it up on the tailgate, and clean underneath the bed too. Alright, well, we've cleaned the inside of the tank out with some definitely environmentally friendly fuel tank cleaner. And I mean, all three of these hoses are going to need replaced. But as we look at it, I mean, the actual metal lines don't look too bad. So now that we've got the bed off, I'm going to spray it, clean the bed off, or clean the underside of the bed, and clean the frame, and then maybe paint it. But that's what we've got going on for right now. Also, while it's up in the air, take a look at the bottom of this. I mean, for sitting in a farm field for 10 years, it's not in horrible condition. It's got some pretty bad spots down here, but in all reality, it's actually really clean. I'm actually really proud of it. So we'll have to put some bolts in there. That's why earlier, I don't know, a couple videos back, it had a gap right there. It doesn't have any bolts, so that'll be one thing. All right, guys, so we've got everything off. The bed moved over here, and so I'm just going to spray everything down, scrub it off, and kind of just clean everything up. And then whatever doesn't come off, with just a little wash, we'll take a wire wheel or something, just kind of clean everything up. And then I'm going to try and paint a little bit underneath the cab, but just a little bit of Rust-Oleum, more than likely, paint, and clean all of this up and protect it, for lack of better words. Not really protect, but just kind of make it look good. We're not trying to have a show build on this one. This is just the make it run. Well, what has turned into from just, oh yes, it'll run, to now we're cleaning stuff up and making it look better. So, most dangerous words when working on a vehicle. Well, while it's off, we might as well. So that's where we're at. All right, I've got a little wire wheel. We're gonna start cleaning up stuff, start with the tank. I'm not gonna take the straps off. I'm not looking to be perfect or show quality. I just kind of want to clean everything up and make it look a little bit better. But I've got 2 of those for now. We'll just see. I want to do the tank and the straps, the frame from probably just underneath the cab a little bit back up to here, and then I might even do this rear bumper just kind of to paint it and have it cleaned up a little bit. So we'll see where we get out on that. Now we're getting there. Ended up running out of battery. I've just got the little M12, so I switched the angle grinder and a flat disc, get the big areas of it. And so far so good. I've got the bottom part, just this little bit of bottom part. I got a lot of the middle of the tank with the wire wheel, and then batteries died, so we'll get back to it though. Well, we have got 2 coats. The second coat's still drying on this one on the tank, and I have to say it doesn't look too bad for something that'll never be seen once the bed's put on. And then we'll be working on this. I think I might end up painting the shocks too. We will see though. All right, so we're gonna try and get I'd like to get the tank in this week, so I've wire wheeled. You see the frame's not real smooth, but I've wire wheeled on the outside of the frame where the tank's gonna go back in, and just to paint it, because I'm wanting to paint the whole frame, just not yet. And but so I can get the tank in there, get the lines plumbed back up, and hopefully have a first fire, maybe first fire up later this week. All right, we've got the first coat right here on the frame. I'm just, like I said, just doing right where the fuel tank's gonna be on the outside. But while we're waiting for that, just taking my wire wheel, just kind of knocking the coating off of this on the other side, and then we'll end up painting it as well here later this week. All right, there is the second coat, and then I've got just a little bit more knocked off. There's a whatever is in that coating. Sometimes when the wire wheel gets hot, like down here, it clears off all right, but then some of the thicker stuff, I'll have to take a big, thing of degreaser and really knock some of the stuff off. But I've got quite a ways to go, and then I still need to straighten back out the bed sides from taking the bed off. So this will be, I think I'm gonna end up making this just part 2, and then this week we will work on part 3 of the video, which will be getting the tank back up into place and the lines ran from the sending unit to the hard lines. And then we'll see if we can get a first fire up this week on old girl. We've got a battery ready for it, and fresh gasoline, so we'll try our best. But until then, we'll see you on the next one.